Okay, we're going to go through a quick tutorial on making this Yin Yang sketch using our processing software. We are asked to sketch or draw a Yin Yang, make the sketch size 400 by 400, and the Yin Yang is to be 200 by 200. We're going to be using ellipses and arcs, and we're going to put a little text on the screen that says Yin Yang in a certain XY location. Now, the way that we work in processing, as with other coding software, is that we're going to be working from the top down. So whatever line of code is laid down first, that piece of code will be executed prior to anything later. And the way that that is applicable to this particular assignment is that we are going to be building in levels or layers. Bottom layers are going to be covered up by layers that are written after that. And we need to take that into consideration so that we cover up areas that we don't want to see and expose areas on this yin yang that we do want to see. So let's get our software up and running. Here's our processing platform. First, let's determine a size for our sketch. So we said it was supposed to be size 400 by 400. And then we need to, what I want to draw is a large black circle. That's going to be useful. I'm going to do some inline commenting here. So my color is going to be filled with 0 to represent black. And then I'm going to do an ellipse. And I'm going to put it at X, Y, width, height, in that particular case. Now I'm going to run this. It's just going to be a large black circle. Now I'm going to build on top of this. So my next piece of my yin yang is going to be making the right hand side a white circle. So I'm going to do some comment here, draw the and so what I'm going to do with that, so now then I need to redip my paint in the paint bucket. So I'm going to, instead of having black, I'm going to do white, but it's a 255. And then I need to draw an arc. And an arc has 6 parameters. We have a X and a Y, so we're going to put that at 200, 200. We have a width and a height, so that's going to be 400 by 400. And then we have a start and stop. So what I have for us is a resource file that I'm going to bring up here to show you some, to give you a little bit of help. Okay, here is processing in radians and degree measurements. It's going to be handy when we make our arcs here in just a second. So what we have here is our 360 degrees, or broken down in radians and whatnot. So I'm going to put this over here to the side, and I'm going to use it to build my arcs. So arcs have a X, Y, first 2 parameters. Next 2 parameters are going to be width and height. And then we have the start and stop for our arc. I want it to start at the top, and I want it to end at the bottom. And I want it to be the right-hand side to be white. So what I'm going to use is going to be, at the top, I'm going to use pi plus half pi. That's what will work for me. It's pi plus half pi. That's its starting location. The ending location is going to be down here at half pi. But since we get to 0, it throws things off. Let me show you this, though. I can go 2 pi and get a quarter of a circle here. And let's just see what that looks like on if we ran that program now. So I have my top quarter done in white. I need to make the bottom right-hand white as well, so it is a 50-50 white and white. Now what I want to do that, I'm at 2 pi here. I need to add on a half of a pi. So all I have to do is to that last parameter, I just need to go add half pi, run that. Now it should be entirely a 50-50 black on the left, white on the right. Okay, we're doing really good. Next, I'm going to draw a top smaller circle. We'll do. And so for that, I'm going to make it black. And I'm going to draw it as an ellipse at 200x, 100y, and a radius of 200 by 200. Now this should place a black medium-sized circle on the top part here. Okay, now I need to present the bottom with a white one there, so I'm going to do that next. I need to change my paint to white, and I'm going to draw an ellipse at 200, 300, and then the same radius of width and height. Okay, looking good, except I don't like this line here, so I'm going to do what's called a no stroke. So I'm going to put that in here right above the drawing of that ellipse, so no stroke, and that should remove that line there now. Okay, great. Next we're going to make the smaller inner circles, so and I'm going to keep it with the white, and I'm just going to make the white one first. 200, let's go 100, and then make these a radius of 50 by 50. And I'm going to make the bottom one, so now I need to dip it into the black paint, and then another ellipse. And make that one 200, 300, 50, 50 as well. So let's see what we have now. Perfect, looking good. Now I just need to put in my text feature. I can copy that right from here. Put that in, and it's not going to like these quotations, so I need to just simply put them new quotations, and let's run this to see how our sketch looks. Okay, it looks pretty good. And in fact, that looks very good. Okay, so that is the base code for your Yin Yang sketch.